Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So yes, it has been a couple of weeks, but I am back and I'm going to get back on my tech game. As you guys know, I took a vacation, I had to get away for a little bit. I had to do some things with the church also, but I'm back and I have tons of things to review. Since I've been gone, I've gotten so many packages, it's unbelievable. And I'm going to get those reviews out. You name it, smartphones. I've been playing with this smartphone right here. I got this smartphone in the mail. I knew I was going to get this. This is the Hamtom, or yeah, I think it's Hamtom H3. This is actually pretty good. I had this for a little bit, but I'm going to get some videos out. I've just been so busy trying to get back on track and jet lag. You know how it goes. But how did my trip go? It was great. Did a lot of things. Went to several places. But let's get to talking tech. So I took several devices with me. The G5 and the S7 and this little bugger right here, the iPhone SE. Now, to my surprise, I ended up using the iPhone SE for the majority of the trip. I mean, this phone, I was using it against other devices, and it actually came out on top. It was very easy to use this phone while I was on my trip because when I'm traveling, I don't do too much social media at all, and I don't really get on the internet. I use my iPad Pro. I also took my iPad Pro 9.7 as well. So I took several phones and the iPad Pro 9.7. And to my surprise, I ended up using this iPhone SE for the entirety of the trip. I mean, I used it for everything. I didn't, I used my S7. Well, let me say it like this. I used the S7 and for the camera purposes at first, initially. And then once I really was starting to take a lot of photos and things like that, I switched to the G5. And then when they start to fall in line, I didn't really use the camera on this phone too much. It really doesn't measure up to the G5 or the S7, but it's good. But low lighting in certain situations, I just couldn't get the best photos with this. So what I ended up doing is I said, I do what I need to do on my iPad, because believe it or not, the iPad Pro 9.7's camera is actually phenomenal. But I used the S7 for a little bit, and then I switched to the G5, and then I got into battery life. Battery life is where I had to step back to this device. Now the S7 has a killer battery, but the standby time with those still wasn't as good as the iPhone SE. The battery drain was, it was significant compared to this one, and the G5's battery just kind of conked out. It even with sync off, the G5 for some reason my battery just wasn't that great. I don't know what happened with that, because when I was here, the battery was fantastic, but once I started traveling, I still had LTE. But at one point or another, the signal on the G5 just went out. I had no service in grocery stores. I don't know what that was about. But this phone had LTE the entire trip. And using it on T-Mobile, this phone had LTE the entire trip. The S7 had LTE for pretty much all the time. But the G5, for some reason, the battery drain was just horrible, and the signal strength was very bad. I have no idea why that happened. No matter what I did, I couldn't get I stayed with my G5 on the charger. And so I was so frustrated with that. I said, you know what, I'm just going to go to the S7. So I go to the S7, but still, it could not keep up with the battery life of the iPhone SE. So, which led me to say, we started going places, and I would throw the phone in my pocket. And also, I had this inside of the outer box as well. Now, with this being the smallest of the devices, obviously it's a lot easier to handle. The downside, though, if I wanted to look at some quick media or something like that, it wasn't as pleasurable on the 4-inch screen. So I would whip out my iPad Pro while I'm waiting or something like that. Nonetheless, the iPhone SE turned out to be the device I used pretty much 90%. I'll give it 85% of the trip. I had the SE, fantastic battery. And things like when I plugged it into my truck, the auxiliary cable, it just automatically popped up, and I would hit Pandora or something like that. It was way more easier, much easier to use this device while I was out and about on this particular trip. Now, I didn't plan on doing like a tech review, but I thought, wow, I'm using all these devices, And as you know, the iPad Pro 9.7, it's on the charger right next to me. It is actually, the battery life is just killer. I didn't take this MacBook Pro that I'm recording, I didn't take this with me. So, I'm not going to take a laptop. I'll just take my iPad Pro 9.7 and see how pro it really is. So I was able to do lots of footage, edit things right on the iPad Pro, keep up with all my emails and everything right on my my iPad Pro 9.7. It was great. The speaker quality, everything on there, flawless. I've also got some great cases for the 9.7 iPad Pro. They're really nice. One of them is really nice. It's a leather case, and I'll have that review up this week as well, going forward next week, or whenever you're watching this video. This is just a channel update to let you guys know I didn't do much social media. I actually I turned off my Twitter account and I turned off my Instagram account. I'm just going to use Google Plus because this became too overwhelming to keep up with all these different social media ones. So I thought Google Plus is the best. There's no limits on how long the video is. It was just, I was sitting in my hotel room. I was like, I'm going to just delete these two. That might sound crazy, but I'm not attached to it. It's just social media. I can create another Twitter account if I want to, and Instagram. But on social media like Google Plus, I can do a whole bunch more. And I really like that. So there's no more Mr. J.L. Williams on Instagram or Twitter, but I am still on Google Plus, and that's where you'll see predominantly all of my media content and communications will be on Google Plus. Nonetheless, the iPhone SE, I said a bunch of things about it before I had it in hand. I said, it's just like the 5S, but actually it's a great performer. And the battery life on here, like I said, was good. It only has like a 1640 or 1620 battery life battery in here, but this thing outperformed my G5 and by a landslide, and the S7 was right there, but still, I ended up turning to this one for size and comfort. And after a while, I get it. I can see why a person would want a small, powerful device. This one actually does it. The iPhone SE, and this is 64 gig. And I was actually, while I was on my trip, let me show you here. While I was out there, I liked it so much. I was like, I'm gonna grab the rose gold. They had them in stock at Best Buy. So I grabbed it, and I'll probably just, I don't know if I'll swap between the two. I had a backup because I took off my insurance on my account. I don't like having insurance on my account, but I picked up the rose gold. They had a 64 gig in stock, and I thought, you know what? I'll go ahead and pick up one and use that or swap between two. I don't know, but the SE was very impressive. I really liked it, and it really did well on this trip. So my iPad Pro, like I said, my 9.7 iPad Pro, phenomenal. Battery life was just fantastic on there. I loaded up a bunch of movies, and everything was just really, really good. So that's my update on my channel, and I'm back from my vacation. I got a little bit of rest, and then I wanted to shoot this video. It's probably a little dark in the room. I'm just really in chill mode right now. So, but nonetheless, guys, I will be back full blown with my YouTube channel starting next week. But this is just a recap of where I've been, and I deleted my Twitter account. I deleted my Instagram account. Just doing Google Plus now. It's much easier to keep up with. And the iPhone SE turned out to be a real champ. It really did. I'm impressed. So it's your man Jay Will. Like I said, I've got lots of phones. This is an Android phone. I've got lots of Bluetooth. I got a sweet gaming keyboard. I have so much stuff over there in that big pile of packages. And I'll get that out to you guys as soon as I can. It's your man Jay Will. I will see you guys in a week or two, maybe. Look for some videos to start pop up on the channel again. All right, let's stop this. Take care.